Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get into the MLB picks May 14th. We'll break down the Wednesday slate. We do have an interesting day. There's a lot of doubleheaders, a lot of postponements, and we do see some twin bills here on this Wednesday. I'll get into my best bets. We will kind of have a few of them because this is a card that, quite frankly, I'm not in love with. So I'm just going to be honest with you. I have two best bets. There are a couple ways that we're going to talk about how you can formulate a money line parlay, target some of these favorites, target some of the pitching matchups in these doubleheaders. We'll get right down into it. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, awesome. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. We are going to get into that first game right now. Using outlier, let's talk about Minnesota and Baltimore. Okay, now this is kind of interesting because we have a Baltimore team who is, I think, one of the worst teams in the MLB in terms of ROI if you were to bet on Baltimore every single day. And, you know, conversely, the Minnesota Twins here at plus 100, that's kind of a great proposition. I think I would lean towards taking Baltimore in this spot. No official play. We do get two games, so keep that in mind. It does kind of affect how we handicap these games, but Bailey O'Bear, you gotta love him here. 4-1 on the season, plus 100 here in game one. I would lean Twins at that price, and I think that if you look at it, the market does agree with me as well. But a little bit of a sharp action there on the Baltimore Orioles, 76% of the handle in game one, albeit 55% of the bets are on Minnesota. So keep that in mind. That's a no play for me. The Cardinals and the Phillies. I actually thought about playing this one kind of in a parlay in itself. I think that the Phillies do roll in both games. I know Nola's pitching in game two at 6:15. However, I do favor the game two here a little bit more so for my money. If I was going to pick one to bet, I think that if you could pick them both personally. I think that the Phillies roll, maybe a little bit of a sweep here, but in game one, if you want to look at kind of the matchups that we get, this is where you get Eric Fetty against Jesus Luzardo, 2.11 ERA. I know it's a better pitching matchup. We get Nola in game two, but if you look at it, minus 184 on the money line, not something I'm going to look to get involved with. So unless you're going to back Philly on the run line or to not bat in the ninth, that's kind of where it would lend us towards game two in a little bit better direction. And I am going to just kind of jump around to that one. You can see kind of later on in the evening, if they have it up on the board. Yeah, you can see 6:15 first pitch. It's minus 134, so Aaron Nola, I think they outslug him. I know Sonny Gray's been okay, 4-1 on the season, 3.5 ERA. I would lend towards taking Philly, probably on some plus money to not bat in the ninth. I just think it's going to be a slugging kind of day there for us, so that's kind of why I back Philly in game two. Okay, the next game that we are going to get into, Milwaukee and Cleveland. Cleveland was able to handle business yesterday, I believe. Now we get Gavin Williams going against Henderson for the Brew Crew. For me, this would be a lean on Milwaukee plus 125, but no official play. Okay. The first game that we will have a play in, this will be Arizona and San Francisco, 3:45 first pitch. Ed Rodriguez going against Jordan Hicks. I don't look at the ERAs per se for Jordan Hicks. He's been pitching a lot better than those numbers do lead on to believe. For me, though, guys, I'm taking the over, and I have a very strong lean towards the Giants as well. So if you want to play a little same game action, I don't recommend doing that ever for baseball, but I do think that we do see a game similar to last night. I think it was 10-6. But I do like San Fran at home, going over the total of 8 at minus 110 and the money line as well. But the best bet I will give out on the channel will be officially the over 8 minus 110 for San Francisco. Okay, Yankees, Seattle. This is something where I'd love to back the Yankees. It's going to be kind of interesting because the pitchers, I think, do lend towards the argument we will see runs. But quite frankly, Seattle, very good pitchers ballpark. So it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. Next game, I want to get down the board a little bit. Boston and Detroit. This is where we get Skewball going. So we cashed a ticket yesterday within Alex Bregman going over strikeouts at a very good price. He ended up having 2 strikeouts on the day that I know of after I turned that one off and cashed that ticket. But if you want to get into kind of the narrative, Skewball's pitching, going to run some Ks up, maybe go right back to the well. He has been K'ing a lot recently, so if you are looking into that narrative, a little righty on lefty, but still, I think that's a very viable option. I do like to target under bases and strikeouts a lot when it comes down to the prop markets. And I do have a lot of props I do play, but it's more so on a volume kind of basis. So when I do have one that I really like, I do give it out as an official play. But in this ball game, not really anything too much. Okay, but for Detroit, I've been kind of on the anti-Skubal train. If you want to look at kind of what he's been able to do, 4-2 on the season. We are seeing those numbers shape up a little bit. 2.08 ERA. It's just too rich, okay? Minus 210 there on the money line. If you want to get involved, maybe Detroit, you can look into the first 5 innings total for the game for both parties under the total for the first 5. That would be something I would approach with. Also, if you want to back Detroit's bats, maybe potentially even taking them minus 1.5 or just to not bat in the 9th. I think those are all pretty fair propositions, but no play officially for me in that contest. Okay, the next game, Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. Unfortunately, my journey here to Toronto has come to a conclusion. We won't be betting the Blue Jays anymore. Just kidding, but we took them yesterday. They fell short against the Rays, and minus 145 in this game. A little bit stronger of a favorite in this spot as they roll out Bassett going against Ryan Pepiot. Pepiot's kind of been on my fade wagon as well, so I would lean towards the conversation of the Blue Jays, but no official play for me in this game. All right, next one, Bailey Falter and Clay Holmes for the Mets. This is something where we look into the Mets. It's just another one of the games that falls in that storyline. There's a lot of money lines in today's card that are just really too expensive, okay? Yeah, all these teams should win. They're all minus 250, give or take, and it's just a kind of an interesting kind of dynamic. Some of them will fall. Someone will go down that's priced over $2 as a favorite today. Just so, like, you look at the board, you just say, oh gosh, they got great pitching matchups. They're all at home. They're all playing great ball as of recent. Let's just put them all together in like a plus 800 parlay. All sounds fine and dandy, but it just always somehow ends up not working out that way. So that's where I would lend to. But as we've talked about these games, a couple of the matchups I do favor quite a bit. Sorry, I'm dealing with some allergies. In terms of the money lines, this would be the Mets. I do like this one quite a bit. Also, I do back the Padres. And if you do want to get kind of risky, as I said, I like the Phillies, but the Dodgers, we're going to talk about that game coming off of a bludgeoning against the Sacramento Athletics. That's going to be something that's very intriguing. Okay, but let's get down this board a little bit more. We got a lot of games currently we're going to get through. White Sox, Reds, yeah, it's the same thing. Minus 225 for the Reds. I probably would lean towards Cincinnati. Always fading the White Sox, but it's something where it's just not priced accordingly yet. I think the market has caught up pretty much. So if anything, when I get White Sox games, I'm always kind of looking for a way to potentially find some value on the opposite side, taking the White Sox. But no play officially for me in this little interleague affair. Okay, Washington and Atlanta. This would be a lean towards the over. We do get Parker going against Elder. You want to talk about kind of runs. I won't back the Atlanta Braves here. They're kind of on my caution list, I guess I would say. I don't trust their bats, the consistency. There's too much variance in terms of my numbers. So for the time being, they're kind of on a wait and see kind of approach every single day. But no Braves for me against the Nats. All right. Marlins, Cubs, you want to talk about kind of a interesting one. This is one that I do think that could, if it was played outside of Wrigley, I probably would be looking towards the under. Another minus 210 game, kind of an unknown. Going for the Marlins on the bump, going against Talion. Anything can happen, but I do think the Cubs playing some of the strongest ball I think I've seen them play in recent years, and it would lean towards a little bit of a Cubs run line proposition for me in the spot, but no play officially. Okay, Rockies, Rangers. It is Patrick Corbin Day as we get the Rangers hosting the Colorado Rockies. This is a plus matchup on paper. I hate to do it, but Patrick Corbin's actually having a outstanding season as a pitcher. A little bit of an outlier in comparison to recent years' data, and he does have that kind of stereotype as he couldn't win a ball game. But this is one where I would love to back the Texas Rangers, but not at a price at minus 245. So another one of those games that just kind of, unfortunately, it's too lopsided to get in between. So this will be a no play for me, but a great dance partner. As I was saying, if you want to attack today's slate within moneyline parlays. Okay, Kansas City and the Astros, no play for me as well. If anything, the Astros resurgency, that's kind of where I would lean. They are hitting offensively a lot better, minus 135. Them and the Yankees pretty much were kind of the ones right on that level where if you wanted to back a short favorite, that would be the direction I would go. But still, I'm just kind of simplifying it. I got 2 best bets. I'm going to share those with you guys. We already talked about the over 8 in San Francisco and Arizona. And next, we'll get into the final bet that I will have, okay? This will be the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Angels, and we're going to attack Manny Machado in the prop market. A little bit of plus money here. If you wanted to go to win a unit, go over the 1.5, minus 160. That's a little bit safer. But if you want to go over 2.5 at plus 125, he's hit this in 9 of his last 10. Just got to kind of ride the bull while he's hot. And, you know, if anything else, you could look into the run market as well, a game expecting a lot of runs. That's another option in terms of what I look to attack. If you want to look at kind of where he's at from a run standpoint, over half run, minus 110. You know, he's just on an absolute mission right now, hitting the baseball. Okay, home runs, not so much, but the RBIs, you know, that's kind of where I lend towards the runs, bases, or hits, runs, RBIs. And for this day, we are going to attack a little bit of plus money here as we look for a plus pitching matchup at the over 2.5. At a plus 125 price as my best bet. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at. One last game to talk about before we get you guys on your way is the Dodgers and the Athletics. Can't believe kind of what I saw last night. Just kind of a team that gave up. It was just one of those days they didn't show up. So it happens in baseball. You know, it's just kind of a bad day at work. And I know they get paid millions of dollars, but you kind of just wrap it up from the first inning, and that's basically what happened as the Athletics, they sure got off the bus. But today we get Yamamoto, 1.8 ERA, 4-3 on the season. And as we look at kind of what we're going to be seeing in this game, I would expect a very strong effort for the Dodgers. So if you wanted to get behind a bet, this is another minus 250 money line. So kind of continuing with that trend. Solid dance partner. Also, if you take the not to bat in the 9th inning, go back right to it, kind of break even from yesterday, because I would be very hard pressed to see the Dodgers lose 2 in that fashion that they did yesterday, in my honest opinion. So that'll about wrap it up. We touched upon it. We got 2 doubleheaders within the Twins, Orioles, and Cardinals, Phillies. I do lean the Phillies in both games. Do lean the Twins in, I believe it's game 1. Yeah, game 1, but no play officially for me, and that'll about wrap it up. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Join us at TBM Sports right down below. I appreciate you guys all tuning in, like I said, and good luck on your tickets. Let's cash some bets, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.